Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ernesto Casillas back with you for the men's game here tonight. Joined again by our amazing producer, Brian Dill, from the campus of Allen Hancock College. We are live from Joe White Memorial Gymnasium as the Bulldogs open up Western State Conference play against the Oxnard Condors after winning 9 out of their last 11 games, 10-6 on the season. Darrell Brooks gets it into Pierre Lewis, and it'll be Bulldog basketball. Bulldogs will have to keep an eye on number 23 tonight, James Webster, a 6'3" sophomore guard from Spring Valley, Las Vegas, Nevada. Darrell Brooks the second, Tavon Pierre Lewis, Chase Bentley and Osterreich on the floor for the Bulldogs. As the Condors hit the three, no good. That was attempted by Bishop. Darrell Brooks is going down the court. Vondre Chase for three, gives it back to Brooks. Bentley for three. And Chase will get the board, keeps it alive, finds Pierre Lewis. Goes inside and no good. It'll be Webster with the board. He's over half court. Over to Barrow-Cio, now to Vega. And Bishop with the ball now. Finds Webster. Bishop dribbles left. And Vega goes inside. Pierre Lewis and Bentley create the turnover. Pierre Lewis currently a triple trifecta for the Bulldogs, leading the Bulldogs in points, rebounds, and assists. Foul will go against Vega, his first personal, first team foul for the Condors. As it's Bishop on the fast break, takes the shot, and it's good. We finally get some points on the board now as the Condors lead by 2. And Brooks' second will bring it over half court for the Bulldogs. He'll work against Vega. Chase clears out. Pierre Lewis gives a screen. He'll work against Webster. And Chase for three. No good. It'll be Condor basketball. Matchup tonight is 23 versus 23. Pierre Lewis going against Webster. As the Bulldogs will go into the full court press. And Vega shoots the three, no good. And it'll be Bulldog basketball. Bulldogs averaging 72 points a game on the season, shooting 44% from the field and 33% from the three-point line. Osterreich sets the screen, and Webster with the steal. Osterreich matching him, and he'll miss the bucket. And looks like Chase will draw the foul. Nice ability by Osterreich to match Webster on his speed and stop that field goal. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Bentley with the ball, fighting off a couple blue shirts. Brooks the second, over to Chase. Chase goes right with a layup, and it's good. Vondre Chase taking it to the hole and tying it up for his team. And that was Juarez taking it to the rim for the Condors. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will go against Chase, his first personal and first team foul for the Bulldogs in this first half. As Juarez makes the first. And he'll make the second. Very early lead for the Condors here. As Chase will shake off Baracio. And loses control. It'll be Vega with the recovery. Over to Webster with the jumper. No good. Brooks the second with the board. Up to Bentley. Dribble, drive. Finds Chase in the corner. And Bentley for three. Quincy Bentley putting his team up by one, 5-4. And getting some love from the bench over there. It'll be Webster with the ball for the Condors. Finds Baracio. Back over to Bishop. No good. Pierre Lewis with the board. And he'll bring the ball up the court. Finds Chase. Chase with the jumper, and it's good. Vondre Chase with the needy 5 points here early on. That'll be enough to call a timeout. Men's team leads 7-4. We'll be back with more Allen Hancock College basketball. Allen Hancock College athletics. We're back with Allen Hancock College basketball. 4 minutes gone by in this first half. Bentley, Brooks the second, Chase, Outlaw, and Ostrike on the floor for the Bulldogs. Webster with the ball for the Condors. He gives it to Bishop. Bishop for three. No good. Outlaw gets the board. Outlaw can jump out the gym, folks. And it'll be Bentley for three. No good. And Webster will face Brooks the second and Chase. Spin move is good. Nice move by James Webster. Bulldogs lead by one. Chase gives it to Bentley. Gets the screen from Outlaw. Tries to go through it. And Bulldogs will turn the ball over. It'll be Condor basketball. Up to Baracio. They go inside to Juarez, who will get the bucket. Condors take a 1-point lead as Coach I will go to the bench to call in Whalen. And we'll take a quick timeout here, folks. We'll be back with Bulldog basketball. We're back from Allen Hancock College as the men's trail by 1 point against the Oxnard College Condors. Outlaw Chase Whalen is now in for the Bulldogs. Bentley and Kevin Cogbera. And it looks like Allman will get called for the blocking foul. First personal, third team foul for the Condors, as Pierre Lewis will take a quick breather and check in for Vondre Chase. Whalen with the ball now. Gets the screen from Pierre Lewis. They go into Cogbera. Cogbera with the spin move, puts it up, gets his own recovery, no good. Finds Pierre Lewis, and Pierre Lewis will draw the foul. Great offensive rebounding down low by Cogbera to create that third opportunity for Pierre Lewis, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. .14:09 to go in the first half. Pierre Lewis misses the first. We'll have an opportunity to tie things up here. Bulldogs averaging 37 rebounds per contest, as Cogbera will battle Webster, and it'll be a jump ball. Condor basketball. As Brooks II will check in for Bentley. Bulldogs 10-6 on the season after a 1-4 start. Really gelling together these last 10 games and finding their identity as a team. It'll be Allman with the jumper, Pierre Lewis with the board, and Brooks II will bring it up. Whalen in the corner thinks about the three, and he'll step out of bounds. I was speaking with assistant coach Dykema before the game today, and he was telling me that one of the things the Bulldogs want to work on this contest is minimizing their turnovers, as they're averaging almost 17 a contest so far this season. And Webster under the basket. It'll be Cogbera with the foul. His first personal, second team foul for the Bulldogs. We have a substitution by the Condors. Vega in for Allman. And it'll be Webster with the ball in his hands, working against Pierre Lewis. Over to Badocio. In the corner for Bishop for three, and it's good. Condors with a 4-point lead now. As Outlaw will take it to the rim. Back to Brooks II, back to Outlaw, into Cogbera. Nice pass to Pierre Lewis. And Cogbera still working underneath. And it'll be Condor basketball. Badocio draws the charge. And foul will go against Pierre Lewis. His first personal, third team foul. Webster working against three gray shirts, steps back. Over to Bishop. Bishop calling for the screen, he gets it. He's met by Cogbera, takes it to the rim. And the Condors now have a 6-point lead. Whalen's over half court. Pierre Lewis working against Webster, and Webster will get called for the reach-in. Looks like the foul was called against number 22, Badacio, his first personal. They go inside to Cogbera, back to the basket, spin move, nice move by Kevin Cogbera. And silences the 6-0 run that the Condors were on. Bulldogs within 4 now. And Webster shoots the 3. Cogbera gets the board, holds on to it. Takes it over half court. Bounce pass to Pierre Lewis. Back and back. And Pierre Lewis misses the ball. Vega with the ball now, going against Outlaw. And it'll be a traveling violation, Bulldog basketball, as Juarez forgot to put the ball on the court. We'll have a timeout. You're listening to Allen Hancock College men's basketball from Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back with Allen Hancock College men's basketball. It's been a tough first 9 minutes. Both teams filling each other out like a boxing match here. Bulldogs within 4 as Pierre Lewis inbounds to Outlaw. Cogbera sets the screen. Outlaw goes around it. Finds Pierre Lewis, thinks about the 3, puts it on the hardwood, and takes it all the way to the rim with the strength. Pierre Lewis's first field goal of the contest. We'll have an opportunity for the and 1. It'll be Badocio's second foul. And in comes Bishop for the Condors. And Pierre Lewis converts the and 1. We'll have Zachary Aslison in for Cogbera. Outlaw tries to strip it from Bishop, but Condors will retain possession. And Rucker will check in as Webster gets a breather. And Bishop with the ball in his hands over to Vega. Bulldogs within 1 point. We're halfway through the first half. Over to Beeman, back to Bishop. They go inside to Juarez. It'll be a 3-second violation called against Rucker, who just checked in for the Condors. He can't believe it. And Bulldogs will have an opportunity to gain the lead here, as Whalen will work against Beeman. Finds Pierre Lewis, dribble right, and puts a nice little floater in. Pierre Lewis is starting to heat up, folks. Grab your popcorn, because we're in for a show as the men's Bulldogs take the lead up 14-13 here. Vega calls the play, finds Beeman. Now to Bishop. Condors moving the ball around the three-point line, lose control. Pierre Lewis to Outlaw for the bucket. Bulldogs up by 3 now. Can they go on a run? It'll be Beeman over half court for the Condors. Bishop gets the instructions from the bench and Coach McClurkin. Dribbles left, finds Vega. Go inside to Rucker. He's met by Aslison. No good. And Condors get the offensive board. Vega with the jumper. Pierre Lewis says, "Give me that." Darrell Brooks the second for 3. Rolled in and out. And it looks like Aslison might have got called for the offensive foul. It will be against Aslison, his first personal, 4th team foul for the Bulldogs. As Beeman will inbound for the Condors. And after a slow start to this one, the Bulldogs have waken up and now lead the Condors by 3. Webster back in for the Condors. Beeman for 3, and it's good. Ties it up. 8:10 to play here in the first half of action. Brooks' second's over half court. Outlaw thinks about the 3. Back to Brooks' second. No good. Chase with the board and the putback. Vondre Chase with 7 points for the Bulldogs. Finds Omenelinski for 3, no good. Brooks' second gets the board. And the Bulldogs lead by 2. Bentley for 3. And Webster with the board. Outlaw matching him stride for stride. It's over to Beeman. Outlaw almost got the steal. Looks like he might be called for a foul. That'll be Outlaw's first personal. As Cogbera and Osterreich check in for the Bulldogs, Coach I will add some length in the front court here. It'll be Bishop with the basketball. Dribbles left. He's met by Cogbera. Beeman with the jumper over Bentley. No good. Brooks the second over half court. Finds Bentley. Cogbera goes inside. Chase for 3, and it's good. Vondre Chase with his second three-pointer of this contest, and he's hungry for a dub. Bulldogs lead by 5. Webster for 3. No good. Brooks II will orchestrate the offense. Osterreich looking to set the screen. Chase dribbles right, finds Bentley, thinks about the three. They go inside to Cogbera. Working against three blue shirts, no good. Osterreich with the putback. And both attempts by the Bulldogs are no good. It'll be Bishop for three and Brooks II with the board. 5:40 to go in the first half. Osterreich sets the screen for Chase. Bentley with the ball now, with the jumper, and it's good. Quincy Bentley. Bulldogs up by 7, their largest lead of the game. And it'll be Beeman and Bishop. Beeman gets the screen from Allman. Webster loses it, gets it back, takes the jumper, no good. And Brooks II gets the board, finds Bentley. And Cogbera for three, no good. Bishop dribbles right, finds Webster, spin moves in, but Chase is all over him. And you got to give it to Webster on that bucket. Condors within 5. Brooks II with the ball now, working against Bishop. He's on the Bulldog logo. And Cogbera puts the ball on the hardwood and gets the bucket. Bulldogs back up by 7 again. Matching their largest lead of the game is Waylon, Pierre-Louis, and Outlaw all waiting to check in. Bishop calls for a screen, dribbles right, working against Brooks II. Throws it away. It's going to be Bentley and Chase. And Bentley with the nice little dunk. He could shoot the three. He can put it in the hole. What do you need him to do? He's got you. Bulldogs up by 9 now. Webster against Cogbera. Foul will go against Cogbera's first personal, 6-team foul, as Bentley, Osterreich, and Outlaw, and Brooks II go to the bench. And in comes Waylon, Outlaw, and Aslison, as well as Pierre-Louis. Allman with the ball. Finds Badacio for three, and it's good. Condors making a dent in that lead right there. Bulldogs up by 6 with 3 to go in the first half. The Pierre-Louis working against Webster. Outlaw finds Aslison. Too much traffic to convert. And it'll be a traveling violation against Beeman. And Webster will guard Pierre-Louis full court. Outlaw goes right. Gets some penetration there, puts it up. Aslison with the board, finds Waylon for three. Caleb Waylon hits the long-range jumper, and we're back up by 9, folks. 130 seconds left to go in the half. Can the Condors respond? Webster shoots it, no good. Coach I calls his play. Chase gets it, finds Outlaw, thinks about the three. Whalen goes inside. Finds Chase wide open for three, no good this time. Asleson fighting for the board. Bulldogs will have another opportunity. Pierre Lewis calls for the ball. Working against Allman, gets the screen from Outlaw. Asleson takes it in for the jumper. And nice little kiss off the glass from Zachary Asleson. Bulldogs up by 11 now with 1:1:1 to play. Be Rucker against Asleson. Pierre Lewis gets the board. Pierre Lewis sees Whalen, and he converts. Chase is loving it. Outlaw's loving it. We're up 13. Webster goes left, puts it in, and he gets the bucket. Quieting down this Bulldog run. Bulldogs still up by 11, though, with most likely their last offensive possession of this half. We got a packed gym, folks. Pierre Lewis with the ball, over to Outlaw for three. Condors put it up. And after 20 minutes of action, Bulldogs will go into the locker room at halftime up by 11 points. We'll be back for the second half action here. You're listening to Allen Hancock College basketball, Allen Hancock College athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ernesto Casillas. We are back for the second half of Allen Hancock College men's basketball. And as always, we're joined here by our producer, Brian Dill, and all the athletic staff who make these games possible. If you haven't had an opportunity to come check out a women's or men's basketball game this season, please do so, because both teams are doing very well. And we are over here at Allen Hancock College at the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium. And as far as standouts for our first half of action, Mr. Vondre Chase with 9 points and 4 of 6 from the field. And Mr. Quincy Bentley going 3 of 6 for 7 points. Darrell Brooks II walking away with 7 boards. And Pierre Lewis also having 5 boards. We'll start the second half of action. Bulldogs up by 11 points. You have Chase, Osterreich, Bentley, Pierre Lewis, and Brooks II on the floor. And Bulldogs will look to go 10 out of their last 12 if they can close out this victory tonight. Bentley for 3, off the front iron, gets his own board. Nice recovery from Bentley as Bulldogs will reset. Pierre Lewis calling for the ball. And Brooks II for 3, no good. Osterreich almost gets the board. And now the Condors are on their side of the field here. It'll be Vega for 3, no good. Chase gets the board. Chase with a little swagger in the first half. Love what I see from the young man. Bentley for 3, and it's good. Quincy Bentley putting his team up by 14. And the Bulldogs with the first field goal of the second half. It'll be Bishop with the ball. Gives it to Webster. They switch. Put Brooks II on Webster as opposed to Chase. And Chase was getting dragged around by Bishop. But it looks like the foul will be called against him. It'll be Chase's second personal, first team foul for the Bulldogs. Bato Seal will inbound it to Juarez. Now Webster with the ball. Going against Pierre Lewis, no good. And the best player on the Condors, Bulldogs have done a very good job defensively against him. Pierre Lewis calling from the ball. Finds Chase. Turnaround jumper is good. Bulldogs now up by 16. But Webster has something to say about that. Now they're up 14. 17:40 to play in the second half. Pierre Lewis with the ball. Back to Bentley. As Osterreich will get the putback. Watch out for him in the post, folks. As Bentley swipes the ball, almost gets the steal. But it'll be Bishop for 3, no good. As Chase will come down with the board. Pierre Lewis working against Webster, goes right. Nice pass to Osterreich. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. No one saw that pass coming, including Osterreich, as Pierre Lewis always looking to get his teammates involved. Osterreich misses the first. Bulldogs up by 16 with 16:55 to play. Lots of staff out here supporting men's and women's basketball. I saw the president of the college, Dr. Kevin Walters, earlier with his family, as well as our head football coach, Coach Damron, and his family. Make sure you come check out a game this season. We're over at the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium. And foul will be called against the Bulldogs. That'll be Caleb Whalen's first personal, second team foul. Allman, and it'll be Whalen who draws the charge. That'll be Baricio's fourth personal, as Pierre Lewis will go to work against Webster. Gets the screen from Chase, goes right. Finds Whalen wide open for three. No good. As Chase steals that ball. Pierre Lewis from three, and he gets it. Bulldogs up by 20 now. Making easy work of the Condors. And Whalen, instead of drawing the charge this time, will get called for the block. That'll be Whalen's second personal, third team foul. Bulldogs with plenty of breathing room, up 20 here at home against the Condors. Badacio for three, no good. Pierre Lewis gets the board. Calls for the screen, he gets it. And Chase will lose control. Allman going up the court, throws it away. It'll be Condor basketball. As Cogbera checks in for Osterreich. And Outlaw will come in for Chase. Webster goes inside, working against Pierre Lewis. And Outlaw almost gets the block from the back, but it'll be called for the foul. That'll be Outlaw's second personal, fourth team foul for the Bulldogs, as Webster will go to the line. Makes the first. He'll go through his routine and he'll make both of them. Bentley with the ball from Pierre Lewis. Outlaw for three. And Cogbera gets the offensive board. And Webster will grab it from the air and puts it up for the layup. And Coach I has seen enough as the Condors claw their way back within 16 points. We'll be back with Allen Hancock College basketball. You're listening to Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back from Allen Hancock College. You're listening to men's basketball. And Bulldogs will turn it over. It'll be Condor basketball. Condors within 16 now after going down by 20. Webster with a couple field goals for his team. And Barocio. Allman misses a three. Pierre Lewis with the board. He'll find Outlaw. Cogbera with the jumper. Off the front of the rim, no good. And it'll be Sidney Bowen, a 6'10 sophomore from Lompoc, California, Cabrillo High School, checking in for Cogbera. Bulldogs force a turnover. Outlaw finds Pierre Lewis. Calling for the screen. And it'll be a foul against Allman. The second personal, third team foul for the Condors. Outlaw finds Whalen, goes inside. And Outlaw gets the friendly roll on the left-handed layup. And Bowen meets Webster for the defensive stop. Whalen moves the ball up quickly, founds Outlaw. Bentley for three. No good. Bulldogs up by 18. Whalen with the steal. Pierre Lewis between the legs of Webster. And Pierre Lewis converts. And the Condors coach has seen enough. We'll take a timeout, folks. Men's are up by 20 points. You're listening to Allen Hancock College basketball. Allen Hancock College athletics. And we're back from Allen Hancock College men's basketball. We'd like to take an opportunity to thank some of our corporate sponsors of Allen Hancock College athletics. Thank you to Home Motors Chevrolet, Coast Hills Credit Union, California Electric Supply, Mountain Mike's Pizza, and Oxford Sweets. The men's team opening up the Western State Conference play today against the Oxnard Condors. And so far it's been a clinic. They're up 20 here at home with 13:24 to play. And it'll be Webster and Bishop bringing up the ball for the Condors. Condors not able to get much going offensively. Vega catches it. Back to Webster. And Whalen with another steal. Pierre Lewis with the ball, working against four Condors. Tries to find Bowen. And he's inside now with his own take, no good. Webster gets the board. And Bentley doesn't like the call. But the foul will go against Bentley. That'll be his first personal as Cogbera and Brooks II check in for Pierre Lewis and Bentley. Bulldogs up by 20 with 12:40 to play. Vega shoots and converts. Whalen gets the inbound from Cogbera. Dribbles left. Find Brooks II. And Brooks II will draw the foul. And Sidney Bowen with the nice couple minutes off the bench, really locking down that post. And it'll be Zachary Aslison that checks in. And Whalen in the corner. Finds Outlaw. Goes inside, he'll draw the foul. Foul will go against Vega's second personal. 5th team foul for the Condors. As Outlaw makes the first. Bulldogs hit the half-century mark with 12:02 to go in the contest. Brooks and Whalen in the backcourt. And Chase will check back in for Whalen. It'll be Bishop with the ball over to Del Rio Sanchez. Ball goes out of bounds, but it'll be Condor basketball. They go inside to Vega. And Aslison, who didn't touch him, will still get called for the foul. Call it a gift. That'll be Aslison's second foul. And Vega will go to the line to convert the three-point opportunity. And he does. Cogbera to inbound. Inbounds to Chase. And it'll be Rucker that gets called for the foul, as he did not allow Cogbera to get up the court. That'll be Rucker's first personal 6th team foul. Both teams sharing 16 fouls this half. And Brooks II finds Chase. They go inside to Cogbera. Brooks II for 3, and it's good. As Coach I loves what he's seen, Bulldogs back up by 20 again. It'll be Vega with the ball. Over to Del Rio Sanchez. Outlaw almost steals it and will get called for the foul. That'll be Outlaw's 3rd personal. As Bishop will go to the line to shoot 2, a 5'8" sophomore guard from Prestige Prep High School in Hackensack, New Jersey. And Bishop will make the second free throw. Bulldogs up by 18. Cogbera with the strong pass. Chase will reset the offense. And they'll call outlaw for the traveling violation. We're almost halfway through the second half. Del Rio Sanchez with the ball for the Condors, hands it to Vega, looking to go inside. And it'll be a 3-second violation. That was all Zachary Aslis in there, folks, as he was an immovable wall, and Juarez had nowhere to go. Outlaw finds Aslison, who puts it up. Should have been an and one, but he converts. Bulldogs back up by 20 again. Coach I, who just had a birthday, happy birthday to Coach I, gets a nice present from his team tonight with a dominating performance as Vega converts a turnaround jumper and Cogbera goes inside to Outlaw. Cogbera, a big man, but with dribbling abilities, he can bring up the ball himself. Chase for three in the corner, no look pass, oof! And Webster gets dropped to the floor. Foul will go against Cogbera. It was just too strong there for Webster. That'll be Cogbera's third foul. And Webster will go to the line as the Bulldogs are in the bonus. Pierre Lewis checks in for Cogbera. Webster makes the first. Gets the high fives from Juarez and Bishop. And Webster makes them both. Chase with the ball now, goes all the way to the rim. Aslison fights for that board. And Bulldogs will maintain possession. Up by 16, 9:32 to go in the contest. Chase gets the ball. They go inside to Pierre Lewis. And Vega takes it away on the fast break with the jumper. Kisses the glass and it's in. Condors within 14 now. Closest they've been to the Bulldogs in quite some time. And Pierre Lewis will get called for the foul. Pierre Lewis's second personal after getting called for his first foul very early on in the contest. And Bentley will check in. Folks, we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Allen Hancock College basketball from Santa Maria, California. Allen Hancock College athletics. We're back, folks, for Allen Hancock College men's basketball. Bulldogs lead by 14, 56-42 with 9 minutes left in the contest. Can the Condors go on a run? We'll find out now. Brooks the second is all over Webster. And Vega turnaround jumper's no good. Pierre Lewis gets the board. And they find Bentley in the corner. Dribble shot is good. Gotta love that touch by Bentley. About as nice as the car. Team back up by 16. And Del Rio Sanchez gets the bucket. And Bentley gets sent to the floor by Bishop. Brooks the second, Pierre Lewis and Cogbera will help him get up. Bulldogs hanging on to a 14-point lead here. As the foul will go against Juarez, his second personal, 7th team foul. Bentley will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Bentley makes the first. Bentley with 7 points in the first half. Makes both free throws. Bulldogs now up by 16 as Whalen checks in for Brooks the second. And he's joined by Cogbera, Chase, Pierre Lewis, and Bentley on the floor. Webster goes to the hole, adjusts midair, still no good. And Del Rio Sanchez for 3, no good. Pierre Lewis grabs it. He's going against 4 blue shirts. He can do it. Finds Bentley for 3. And Pierre Lewis with the putback. And Cogbera with the second putback will draw the foul against Juarez. Eighth team foul for the Condors. As that ball goes in and out. Bishop will get a breather. And in comes Barocio with 4 personal fouls. Cogbera makes the second. And Pierre Lewis will get a little breather there as Outlaw checks in. So comes Alfaro for the Condors. As Coach I is telling his boys, let's talk, boys. Up 17 with 7:29 to play in the contest. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Allen Hancock College basketball, Allen Hancock College athletics. We're back for the final 7:29 to go. Men's basketball opening up conference play And so far, so good. They're up 17, 61-44. Vega with the ball for the Condors. Over to Barocio. Inside to Del Rio Sanchez. And it's good for the Condors. Still a 15-point lead for the Bulldogs. Outlaw calls the play. Gets the screen from Whalen. Passes it to Cogbera. And Cogbera will get called for the traveling call. Alfaro with the ball now over to Barocio. They find Vega, a wall of gray shirts. Whalen with another steal. And Outlaw loses control. And it's a scramble down below, but Alfaro will convert. And the Condors are now within 13 points. Under 6 minutes left in the game. Chase with the ball, goes right, goes to the rim, finds Cogbera. It'll be a blocking violation, foul against Barocio. That could be his 5th foul. And he's out of the game. And in comes Bishop as Chase will go to the line. Chase hits the free throw. And they'll make the second one as Coach I grabs Pierre Lewis. And he's in for Cogbera. 5:37 to go. Bulldogs up by 15. As the Condors will start rolling the ball already. Del Rio Sanchez picks it up. Dribbles left against Bentley. Condors playing with a sense of urgency here. Vega going against Outlaw. And it'll be Condor basketball. And Vega will inbound. Bishop gives it back to Vega. Del Rio Sanchez for 3. No good. Outlaw with the board. Five minutes left in the contest. And turnover by the Bulldogs. And we'll see what the refs call here. That'll be Whalen's 3rd personal. Bulldogs in the double bonus now. And Vega will go to the line to shoot 2. Vega makes the first as Webster checks in for Alfaro. And Vega makes them both. Putting the Condors within 13. Whalen has the ball now. He'll work against Bishop. Draws a double team. Dribbles around it. Finds Chase. And Outlaw with a nice shot, no good. As Webster's on a fast break now, but Outlaw meets him and takes the ball. And it'll be Del Rio Sanchez that gets called for the foul. That'll be Del Rio Sanchez's second personal, as the Condors are also in the double bonus. We'll take a timeout, 4:13 to go in the contest. Bulldogs up by 13. We're at the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium at Allen Hancock College. You're listening to men's basketball, Allen Hancock College Athletics. And Outlaw is at the line. He'll shoot two with an opportunity to put up his team by 15 points. There's 14. And there's 15. Heald will check in for Bishop. And Del Rio Sanchez will bring the ball up the court. Throws it away. Vega recovers it before it goes out of bounds. And Heald, looks like the foul will go against Pierre Lewis. Pierre Lewis's third personal. Vega will go to the line to shoot two with 3:56 to go in the game. Makes the first. And Vega makes them both. Condors are within 13 now as the Bulldogs face the full court press. Whalen to Outlaw, dishes it to Pierre Lewis for the dunk. And the Bulldogs love it as the whole team gets off the bench. We're back up by 15, folks. 3:20 to play. And Pierre Lewis will get the board. Outlaw will dribble it up. Don't underestimate his speed. And the Bulldogs will slow things down. Outlaw finds Whalen for three. Caleb Whalen puts the team up by 18. And the Condors are all but over here, folks. Vega goes inside, no good. Gets met by a wall of gray shirts. And the Bulldogs are looking very close to a victory here. Earlier today, the women's basketball team won by 33 points as they won their first conference game of the season against the Condors. And Pierre Lewis will take a shove as his teammates help pick him back up. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Pierre Lewis makes the first. And he misses the second one. Webster up the court now. Dishes it to Vega. They go inside to Juarez. Turnaround left-handed shot is good. Condors down by 17, 1:48 to go in the game. As Heald will poke it out of Brooks II's hands. And Outlaw will go to inbound again. Bentley with the ball up to Outlaw. 95 seconds left. And we'll have a Bulldog timeout. Smart play by Whalen. 91 seconds to go. We're up 71-54. We'll be back from Allen Hancock College. You're listening to men's basketball, Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back for men's basketball. Bulldogs hosting the Oxnard Condors. their Western State Conference opponents. As there's a juggle for the ball, Condors get it. Vega for three, no good. Brooks II gets the board. And he'll draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two. That'll be Vega's fourth personal foul. And Brooks II will miss the first. Bulldogs still lead by 17 with 1:15 to go in the contest. And he'll make the second one as Aslison checks in for Chase. Vega goes inside, nice roll for the bucket. As Aslison gets a nice pass coast to coast from Outlaw, field goal is good. What a pass from Outlaw. Less than a minute to go. Del Rio Sanchez for three, no good. And Aslison comes up with the ball, and he'll be fouled. That'll be Webster's first personal of the contest. As Sydney Bowen, a local kid from Lompoc, who got a little bit of playing time today and made an impact defensively, will go to the scorer's table to check in. Bowen in for Outlaw as Aslison hits the first free throw. Bulldogs can close this game out with a 19-point lead as Webster up to Vega. And the jumper by Heald is good. And Bentley will hold on to the ball, finds Whalen. Whalen gets out of trouble, and Webster will foul Bentley. Plain and simple, the Bulldogs shut the Condors down today with their defensive prowess and defensive tenacity as Bentley hits his first free throw. You want an opportunity to see the Bulldogs during their next game. Check them out January 11th at Cuesta at 7 p.m. following the women's basketball game, which is at 5 p.m. Condors throw it out of bounds, and this one is done, folks. Bulldogs will close out the contest up by 19 points. We'll see you back here for our next home game on January 18th versus Pierce College at 7 p.m. You want to follow the Bulldogs on Instagram, check them out at AHC Bulldogs, or go to our website at ahcbulldogs.com. Thank you from Santa Maria. Thank you from the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium. I'm Ernesto Casillas, your producer, Brian Dill. We'll see you next time, folks. Go Dogs.